Good afternoon and welcome to Blacktown International Sports Park in suburban Sydney. This afternoon we have for you the Round 7 finale of the Australian Baseball League between the Sydney Blue Sox and the Curran Cove Brisbane Bandits. My name is Eric Kramer. This is an audio production of Bandits.tv. The Blue Sox have the best record in the league at 19-8, and after a walk-off win last night, they have taken 2 of the first 3 here at home against the Bandits. The Bandits are 15-11 on the season, in the second place behind the Blue Sox in the Northeast Division, 3.5 games back, but they are also precariously on the edge of their first round bye. 5 of the 8 teams in the ABL make it to postseason. Seeds 4 and 5 play a 1-game wild card, and the Bandits are just a half game ahead of both Canberra and Melbourne, who are seeds 4 and 5 with 15 and 12 overall records. Bandits return home after today's ball game. The next 2 rounds are at home, and they will be happy to return to One Hub Stadium powered by Optus. It has been a grueling stretch of the season. Last 3 rounds against first or second place teams. They have acquitted themselves pretty well considering everything that they have gone through, and they would like to win in the finale here in Sydney. Bandits lineup begins with Riley Unruh at second base, batting second at DH Donald Lutz, batting third in center field Andrew Campbell. The cleanup hitter and third baseman is TJ Bennett, batting fifth in right field Wade Dutton, batting sixth at first base David Sutherland, batting seventh at shortstop Logan Wade, batting eighth and catching Danny De La Calle, and batting ninth in left field Dan Nielsen. Bandits are managed as always by David Nielsen. And those 9 will face Josh Geyer, the righty for the Blue Sox. He's 4-0 on the year with a 2.10 ERA. The 24-year-old faced the Bandits in Brisbane back in round 3. He allowed 4 runs on 7 hits in 5 innings. That was a game the Bandits won 6-5 in 10 innings. He is a perfect Sunday starter, according to Blue Sox manager Tony Harris. He works quickly. First pitch swinging is Riley Unruh. He sends it high and deep down the left field line. It is off the warning track and off the wall. Unruh checks into second. 1 pitch into the ball game. The Bandits have a runner in scoring position. Unruh, the left-handed hitting second baseman, drives one deep into the left field corner for a 2-bagger. First pitch at 1:04 Sydney time. First pitch temperature, a sweltering 36 degrees Celsius, with a breeze at 8 kilometers per hour coming from the northeast, left to right across the outfield. Bandits wearing their road grizzers, alternate yellow tops with Brisbane across the front. Black and yellow caps with the Brisbane B. Donald Lutz, the left-handed hitting DH, also attacks the first pitch from Geyer, sending it foul down the first base line. Lutz batting 170 on the year, 3 homers, 11 runs batted in for the former major leaguer with the Cincinnati Reds. Geyer will throw a fastball at 90 to 93, a curveball, a cutter slider mix, and a changeup. There's the slider down and in. Lutz takes it, and the count is 1-1. Blue Sox wearing their home white uniforms, Blue Sox in script across the chest. Black caps with the Blue Sox logo on the front. Riley Unruh at second. Bandits trying to strike first in the top of the first. 1-1 cutter misses inside. It's 2-1. Trent Thomas, the crew chief, calls balls and strikes behind home plate. He is flanked at third base by Connor Casey and at first base by Ben Nash. 2-1 to Lutz. Fouled back to the screen. It's 2-2. Around Geyer in the infield. Dean at first, Kemp at second, Shepard at third, and Gope at short. The veteran Jack Murphy catches him, and left to right across the outfield, it's Eunice, Howe, and Campbell. Chen Hao Wei, the everyday center fielder, getting the finale out. Two coming to Donald Lutz. Little pop-up behind second base. Shortstop in Gope into the shallow outfield, makes the catch for the first down.
Center fielder Andrew Campbell.
Batting third for the Bandits, Andrew Campbell. Walking into some Glenn Campbell. Blue Sox put on a great production here at Blacktown International Sports Park. And if you listen along, you can hear the fitting walk-up music for the visiting team. Campbell batting .284 on the year, 5 homers, 18 knocked in. He takes inside, ball 1. Geyer massaging his landing spot on the mound. Talked with Ryan Bollinger, the Thursday starter for the Bandits. He had some trouble finding his footing on the playing surface here. 1-0 to Campbell, misses wide, 2-0. Blue Sox have won 8 of their last 10 ball games. Seem destined for the top overall seed in the ABL come playoff time. Geyer delivers low to Campbell, and the count is 3-0. First base open, T.J. Bennett waiting on deck. Scoreless in the top of the first. Bandits have Riley Unruh at second after a leadoff double. Geyer set at the letters. 3-0. Campbell takes all the way, and it's outside, a 4-pitch walk. Geyer doesn't walk too many batters. That is just his 7th of the season in 34 1/3 innings. T.J. Bennett stands in. Left-handed hitting third baseman has been the most solid and consistent bat in the Bandits lineup this year. All of the Bandits scoring in last night's 4-3 walk-off loss came in the second inning. 4 consecutive hits from Bennett, Dutton, Wade, and Battaglia. Called strike on the outside corner with the breaking pitch begins the at-bat to Bennett. Bennett batting .277, a team best 7 homers, 25 runs batted in. Recently signed a minor league deal with the Chicago White Sox, so he will be back in affiliated baseball after a couple years in the wilderness. Geyer set, the 0-1. Lifted foul left side, out of play. Geyer strikes out well more than a batter per inning. 42 strikeouts in 34 1/3 innings pitched. New South Wales native missed almost all of last year with an elbow injury. appeared in only one ball game. The 0-2 to Bennett. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Bennett goes down for out number 2, and that'll leave it to Wade Dutton. Dutton opened the scoring last night with an RBI double into the right field corner. Right-handed hitting right fielder also made a tumbling catch in the 7th inning that at the time kept the Bandits on top 3-2. First pitch misses wide. Dutton batting .247 on the season, 3 homers, 13 runs batted in. Geyer in his 6th ABL season, all of them with Sydney. The 1-0. Inside, in on the hands, almost hits Dutton, ball 2. Geyer spent 3 years in the low levels of the Minnesota Twins system. Last pitched an affiliated ball in 2015. The righty comes set. The 2-0. Dutton looking fastball in the hitter's count, instead stares at a breaking pitch that clips the outside corner, and the count is 2-1. Unrow at second, Campbell at first. Bandits trying to jump out early against the Blue Sox as they look to salvage a series split. Dutton took Geyer deep back in round 3, and the 2-1 pitch is left up. Dutton sends it straight back to the screen. Good crowd on hand here in Sydney. Not as big as the last 2 nights, but as you can hear, they are rambunctious. 2-2 lifted down the right field line. Long run for Campbell into the corner. Foul territory, it bangs off the wall. Dutton's RBI double in last night's ball game went down the right field line, and he made a bid for an extra base hit there. Tailing foul, and Campbell was on it. Had he had room, he would have made a play. Geyer about to throw his 19th pitch of the first inning. Another 2-2. Dutton swings in on the hand, dribbler towards second, charging his Kemp tough play, on target throw to first to retire Dutton and the Bandits in the first inning. Brisbane gets a leadoff double from Riley Unrow on the first pitch of the ball game, but they can't bring him home. The Blue Sox are coming to bat against Ryan Simpler when we come back. Scoreless in the first on Bandits.tv. We are back in Blacktown for the bottom of the first between the Blue Sox and the Bandits. Sydney looking to win this series after dropping their series earlier this year in Brisbane 3-1. Manager Tony Harris's lineup begins with Trent D'Antonio, the DH, followed by Jacob Eunice in left field, Dwayne Kemp at second base, Gift and Gope at shortstop, Jack Murphy catching, Zach Shepard at third base, Alex Howe in center field, Josh Dean at first base, and Michael Campbell in right field. The Blue Sox will face Ryan Simpler, making his second career ABL start. The Bandits needed a Sunday starter last weekend in Melbourne, and Simpler, by virtue of proximity, got the call. He was playing organized baseball at a lower level than the ABL in Melbourne. He was outstanding. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 9 strikeouts. The righty delivered 102 pitches and picked up the win against the Aces. His first pitch to the left-handed hitting DH Trent D'Antonio was a called strike on the outside corner. 0-1, served into left center field. Over into the gap is Nielsen. He'll have to play it on a hop. Leadoff single for Trent D'Antonio. And just like the Bandits did in the top half of the first inning, the Blue Sox get their leadoff man on. Simpler, 22 years old, out of Lewes, Delaware. Played collegiate ball at Eastern Tennessee State. And he gets another opportunity here with the Bandits. After pitching the most impressive Bandit start of the season a week ago today. First pitch misses wide to the right-handed hitting left fielder Jacob Eunice. Eunice was the one who coaxed the walk-off walk in last night's 4-3 Blue Sox victory. Put together a very impressive at-bat with the bases loaded and 1 out in the bottom of the 9th inning, fouling off pitch after pitch for Matt Timms before taking a pitch low for ball 4. He takes a breaking pitch up high here for ball 2. Taking a look at the overall standings in the ABL, Sydney has a cushion at the top with a 19-8 record. Perth, 16-10. Is in second place overall. Called strike on the inside corner, and the count is 2-1. Brisbane in third place with a 15-11 mark, and there is a tie for fourth place between Canberra and Melbourne, both a half game back of Brisbane with 15-12 records. Adelaide right now is on the outside looking in at an even 500, 13-13. Before the 2-1 pitch, Simpler turns over and checks D'Antonio back at first base. So a lot of things could happen with the new 18 format in the ABL. 6 teams realistically vying for 5 spots in the postseason. Pitcher is lined to left field, a base hit. D'Antonio with the turnaround second. He will hold up there. Back-to-back singles begin the ballgame for the Blue Sox. Simpler, after allowing only 3 hits, his first start has allowed 2 before recording an out. One of the things that helped Simpler last time out, he was handed a 5-0 lead almost immediately. 5 runs in the top of the second inning for Brisbane after a scoreless first. Simpler was able to attack the strike zone and did so effectively. Here's Dwayne Kemp, right-handed hitting second baseman, batting an impressive .351 on the season with 2 homers and 19 knocked in. He takes up an in-ball 1. D'Antonio at second, Eunice at first. 1-0 pitch, squaring to bunt as Kemp. He drops it down the third base line and it rolls foul. Had it stayed fair, it would have certainly been a sacrifice, and Kemp with his speed may have beaten out an infield single. 1-1 the count as it is. Bandits don't get a whole lot of rest. They need to make up a game against the Auckland Tuatara that was rained out back in round 2 in New Zealand. With a scheduled doubleheader on Saturday, there weren't too many other options for the Bandits. They will make up that game this upcoming Wednesday, the 2nd of January, so it'll be a 5-game series in 4 days, Wednesday through Saturday. For ticket information, go to brisbanebandits.com.au. 1-1 pitch, line foul, right side, 1-2 the count. One-two pitch coming. Simpler comes set. Hard ground ball right side, through for a base hit. Charging is Dutton. He gets the ball back into the cutoff man. D'Antonio will be held at third, but 3 singles begin the ballgame for the Blue Sox. They have the bases loaded with nobody out, and the dangerous Gift and Gope stepping in. Blue Sox have as many hits as the Aces did in 7 innings against Simpler last time out. And Gope batting .358 on the year, 5 homers, 20 runs batted in. First pitch to the right-handed hitting shortstop is a breaking ball for a called strike. Infield at double play depth, they will concede the run to try and get 2 outs if they get a ground ball hit at somebody. Check swing on a breaking pitch down and away. And Gope couldn't hold up, and the count is quickly 0-2. For the second straight day here in Blacktown, it is a scorcher. First pitch temp of 36 degrees. 0-2 breaking ball misses low and away. The count is 1-2. And we figure it'll get warmer as the day progresses. Not as much breeze either as we had yesterday. Only 8 kilometers per hour blowing left to right across the outfield coming in from the northeast. 1-2 breaking ball bounce in the dirt. And a great stop by De La Calle to get in front of it and keep the ball in front of him. There is some shade here at Blacktown International Sports Park for the fans. Underneath the canopy here. Two-two from Simpler to Ngope. Breaking pitch left up, and the count runs full. Simpler had Ngope 0-2, and now the count is 3-2 with no place to put the Blue Sox cleanup batter. Jack Murphy waits on deck. Simpler needs a strike. Payoff pitch from the righty. Slashed foul. Simpler struck out 9 batters a week ago over those 7 innings. And the slow breaking ball working, and also got a few called third strikes with good fastball location. Another 3-2 coming. And Gope swings and lifts a fly ball down the right field line and deep. Dutton, towards the line, runs out of room. It is well foul and well over the fence. It shows you the power of Gift and Gope. Home run distance to the opposite field on a pitch that I don't know if he even barreled up. Gope punished the Bandits back in round 3 in Brisbane. He has had a good but not spectacular series thus far here in round 7. Another 3-2. Swing and a miss, and Gope late on the breaking ball. He was frozen by it, and then a feeble swing after the pitch had entered the net. Big first down for Ryan Simpler, a Skyfleet Hino strikeout, his first of the ball game. That'll bring up Jack Murphy. $18 pitches thrown already for Simpler. Here's the switch-hitting veteran catcher Jack Murphy. Murphy bats left-handed, first pitch swinging, a roller to second. Unruh goes to second for the lead runner, and the throw to first is almost in time, but Murphy beats out the fielder's choice. D'Antonio comes home from third, and the Blue Sox take a 1-0 lead. Heads-up play by Unruh, the second baseman, knowing that Murphy, the catcher, was at the plate. He went for the out at second base Kemp was forced out, and Murphy beat the return throw to first by a half a step. RBI fielder's choice with Eunice taking third in the process, and here is Zach Shepard. Shepard, right-handed hitting third baseman, takes a breaking pitch on the inside corner for a called strike. Simpler bends at the knees as he comes set. The righty's 0-1. Breaking pitch low and away. Long look in for Simpler. The righty's 1-1. Breaking pitch bends over and gets a called strike on the outer half. The count is 1-2. One-two coming. Swing and a miss, strike three. Shepard goes down, and Simpler, after loading the bases with no outs, gets through the first inning with only one run crossing the plate. Two Skyfleet Hino strikeouts helped him out, and we go to the second with Sydney on top, 1-0. We go to the top of the second inning at Blacktown International Sports Park outside of Sydney. Blue Sox lead the Bandits by a score of 1-0 as they look to increase their lead atop the Australian Baseball League. 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Bandits. David Sutherland, Logan Wade, and Danny De La Calle against Josh Geyer, who allowed a double on the first pitch of the ballgame to Riley Unruh, but then got 3 outs, peppering in a walk to put up a 0 in his first inning of work. Left-handed hitting Sutherland takes a called strike to begin his first at bat. The Bandits' veteran first baseman is batting .205 with 4 homers and 9 batted in on the year. He takes inside 1-1. Geyer needed 19 pitches to get through his first inning. Sutherland sends a high, deep drive to left center field, but the ballpark will hold it. As how the center fielder ranges into the gap to make the catch, out number 1. Dimensions here in Blacktown are standard for international play. 320 down each line, 400 straightaway center field. It's 98 meters down the lines and 122 meters to center. But in the Australian Baseball League, it serves as an extreme pitcher's ballpark. Got fields here that have as short as 360 straightaway center. First pitch misses low ball 1 to Logan Wade, the switch hitting shortstop, who bluffs a bunt and pulls back. seen only one home run through the first 3 games of this series. Breaking pitch underneath the swing of Wade, batting left-handed, and the count is 1-1. Wade making his return to the Bandits this season. Missed the first 6 weeks with a separated shoulder. Swings and fouls, the count is 1-2. Batting .385 on the year. At least 1 hit in each of the first 3 games of this series. He's driven in 2. 1-2, slapped behind third, long run for Shepard, and it lands in fair territory on the chalk line and falls into the Bandits' bullpen out of play. Bloop double for Logan Wade, who just stuck the bat out in protect mode with 2 strikes, sending a chip shot down the left field line. And now the third baseman, Shepard, pointing at where the ball landed. He seems to think he has evidence that it landed in foul territory, but the third base umpire, Connor Casey, was staring right at it. Third baseman Shepard, shortstop Ngope, and the left fielder Eunice all converged. And Shepard, quite emphatic, pointing at the dirt. It was right on the border of the turf and the warning track. And if it did indeed land on the warning track, as it appeared from up here, there would have been a pockmark where the ball dropped. Took a high hop and landed in the Bandits' bullpen. Ground rule double. And now Wade at second, talking it over with all the Bandits folks. Here comes Blue Sox manager Tony Harris. Now he's having some words with Trent Thomas, the crew chief and home plate umpire. Thomas was behind home plate. He is the crew chief, but he will almost always defer to the third base umpire who got a better look at it. Harris says his piece, the call will stand, and Wade stands at second with a 1-out double. Second hit of the ball game for the Bandits, both of them 2 baggers. And here's the right-handed hitting catcher De La Calle, batting .271 on the year with 3 homers and 6 knocked in. Wade takes his lead at second. First pitch to De La Calle. Swung on and lifted foul, out of play down the right field line. For the 0-1, Geyer spins off the rubber and looks back Wade. The 0-1, missing outside, 1-1. Had a chance to talk to Bandits manager David Nielsen about his time here at Blacktown International Sports Park, which hosts a World Baseball Classic qualifier and was site of the 2000 Olympic Games, hosted by Sydney. 1-1, sent straight back to the screen on a foul ball, count is 1-2. Nielsen said he doesn't have too many fond memories of the 2000 games here because Team Australia did not medal. But in 04, they qualified for the Olympics here on this field. 1-2, a swing and a miss, strike 3. De La Calle goes down. Second strikeout of the ballgame for Geyer, out number 2 in the second. That'll leave it to Dan Nielsen. In 2004, Team Australia qualified for the Olympics here and then ultimately took home the silver medal in Athens. The broadcast partner for home games on Bandits.tv, Bandits GM Paul Gonzalez was an infielder on that team. Not that you know it, he never brings it up. First pitch misses low, ball 1 to the left-handed hitting left fielder Dan Nielsen. Nielsen batting .230 with 3 homers, 7 runs batted in. Bandits so far 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. Nielsen takes up high, it's 2-0. The pitch to Nielsen. Lifted foul down the left field line out of play. Blue Sox lead the Bandits 1-0 in the top of the second inning. Blue Sox took game one 11-2. Bandits won a thriller 2 nights ago. The 2-1 pitch to Nielsen is lifted in the air to left field. Eunice didn't see it. Now he comes in. Ball's up there high enough for him to recover and make the catch for out number 3. Bandits get a one-out double from Logan Wade, but cannot cash in. We go to the bottom of the second in Sydney. Blue Sox on top, 1-0. The Sydney Blue Sox scored 1 in the first inning, and they will send the bottom third of their lineup against Ryan Simpler in the second, looking to extend their 1-0 lead. Alex Howe, Joshua Dean, and Michael Campbell set to face Ryan Simpler. Simpler allowed singles the first 3 batters he faced, then got a strikeout, a run-scoring fielder's choice, and another strikeout to escape further damage. Howe, the left-handed hitting center fielder, is batting .224 on the year. No homers, 6 runs batted in. First pitch on the outside corner, a called strike. Simpler working quickly from the wide. Pitch misses low, and on appeal down to third. Howe held up his check swing. 1-1 the count. Simpler needed 23 pitches to get through the first inning. Foul to the plate. The count is 1-2. This after a 102-pitch outing a week ago in Melbourne. Got through 7 innings and had a very substantial lead the entire ballgame. One-two. Missing up and away. 2-2. Bandits are on the at home the next 2 rounds. 5 games against Auckland in round 8. 4 against the Canberra Cavalry in round 9. 2-2, grounded right back up the middle. Past Simpler into center field. A leadoff single for Alex Howe. The Blue Sox have their leadoff man on again. ABL allows for teams to have development players on their roster for home games. And the Bandits will get some outfield reinforcement with Winton Bernard, an outfielder in the Cubs system, who most recently played at AA Tennessee and AAA Iowa last year, coming over. Sounds like the visa just cleared, and he will be coming over to join the Bandits for round 8. First pitch to Josh Dean, a called strike on the outside corner. Dean, another lefty, plays first base, batting .217 on the year, no homers, no runs batted in. Oh, 1 pitch, misses wide, 1-1. Blue Sox not as lefty heavy as the Bandits, but 7 through 9 and the leadoff man, all left-handed. We'll keep that in mind with the only lefty in the Bandits bullpen, Ken Frosch, likely a factor in today's game. A check of Howe at first. He dives back in safely. No runs on 2 hits for the Bandits. 1 run on 4 hits for the Blue Sox. 1-1 coming to Dean. Breaking pitch and a called strike. Well placed by Simpler. The count is 1-2. Simpler's delivery. Fastball misses outside. Simpler with 2 strikeouts already. Looking to get an out here. 2-2 fastball misses just off the outside edge, and the count runs full. Michael Campbell waits on deck. Simpler ready with the payoff pitch. Runner goes, swung on and lifted down the left field line, foul, and out of play. Howe is center fielder, so he has good speed. And it's now known that he is willing to take off on 3-2. No outs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And accordingly, Simpler before his next pitch throws down to first, and Howe dives in with the right hand. Another 3-2. Runner takes off. High fastball fouled straight back as Dean just got a piece. If you're tuning in from the Brisbane side, you'll be happy to know that we plan to have video broadcasts of every game for the remainder of the season. First 3 games of the Auckland series will be here on Bandits.tv with a full video broadcast. Saturday doubleheader will be handled by ABL TV. Another throw over to first. Howe dives in. Then for round 9 against the Canberra Cavalry, the first 2 games on Thursday and Friday will be Bandits.tv. Another doubleheader, another ABL TV broadcast for those Saturday games. Closer play at first, and Simpler throws over again. Howe was leaning, but he dives in just ahead of the tag. And then round 10, our only remaining road series, will be in Geelong against Geelong Korea, one of the new entrants in the ABL. 3-2 to Dean. Swung on and lifted down the left field line again. No chance for Bennett. It falls out of play. Pitch number 9 in the at-bat coming from Simpler to Dean. Simpler has already thrown 36 pitches today. Geelong Korea beams their video broadcasts back to Korea. According to a recent article in Adelaide's newspaper, they're getting 400 to 500,000 viewers per game on those broadcasts. 3-2, another foul left side. Dean hasn't been early on anything, but he's hung tough, and another 3-2 will come. Back in Korea, they have commentators talking over a video feed that is produced in Geelong. And we can take that video feed, minus the Korean commentary, and talk over it ourselves. So we will try and bring that to you in round 10. Another 3-2. The fastball misses up and away, ball 4. Dean wears down Simpler. Works a walk, pushing Howe to second. First and second, nobody out for the Blue Sox in the second, with Michael Campbell stepping in. That was a 10-pitch at bat. Joshua Dean works the walk. First of the ball game for Simpler. Michael Campbell, a nice option to have in the 9th spot. Left-handed hitting right fielder is batting .313, no homers, 10 runs batted in, as he takes a breaking pitch up high, ball 1. 1-0 pitch. Missing up high, 2-0. Simpler with a look in. Now a look towards second at Howe. 2-0 pitch is line past the shortstop Wade into left center. Now we'll check in at third. Campbell has a hit. And for the second time in as many innings, the Blue Sox have the bases loaded with nobody out. Campbell stuck the bat out. Served it just out of the outstretched reach of the shortstop Logan Wade. And now the lineup turns over for Trent D'Antonio, who began the ball game with a single. He came home to score the game's only run. Big swing and a miss from D'Antonio on the first offering from Simpler. The count is 0-1. Simpler winds and deals. High and tight, 1-1. Action in the Bandits' pen, but Justin Erasmus has just walked down there. All hands on deck if Simpler can't pitch effectively today. Inside, and it gets D'Antonio on the right elbow. A bases loaded hit by pitch will force in Howe, and the Blue Sox lead it 2-0. And before Jacob Eunice stands in, pitching coach Jim Bennett will come out and have a chat with Ryan Simpler. Simpler just doesn't look as sharp today as he did a week ago. No extra base hits for the Blue Sox, but 5 singles, a walk, and now a hit by pitch. Bennett offers some words of encouragement and retreats to the Bandits' dugout on the third base side. Jacob Eunice singled his first time up, and he digs into the right-handed batter's box. The bases loaded, nobody out. Dean at third, Campbell at second, D'Antonio at first. One already in for the Blue Sox. First pitch, off-speed pitch for a strike, 0-1. Infield playing back. Almost turned a double play in the first inning. They'll look to do so again here. 0-1 breaking pitch is left up, but Eunice fouls it back 0-2. Simpler from the wind. The 0-2, a check swing on a breaking pitch down and away. Eunice had the bat across the plate, but the wrist didn't break. And as a result, he holds up. It's 1-2. Simpler pitching from the wind with the bases loaded. The righty's 1-2. Eunice swings and fouls straight back. Another 1-2. Called strike 3 with a fastball on the outside corner. Eunice can't believe it. Well framed by De La Calle, but it was definitely verging on the edge of the strike zone. Strikeout number 3 for Simpler. Another Skyfleet Hino strikeout. First backwards K in the book after the first 2 were swinging strikeouts. And here's Dwayne Kemp, 1 for 1 with a single. Simpler delivers a first pitch, swung on, and diving stop at third by Bennett to second for 1 on the first, a double play. Outstanding defensive play by the third baseman, T.J. Bennett. A diving play on the one-hop smash to his left. An on-target throw to second. And for the second time this series, the speedy Dwayne Kemp is doubled up. And we just got a water bottle in the broadcast booth. Okay, that's not nice. We'll go back after this on Bandits.tv. Riley Unruh leads off the top of the third inning for the Bandits, trailing the Sydney Blue Sox 2-0. We just had a water balloon thrown into our broadcast booth. Luckily, nothing catastrophic happened, but we'll have to talk to somebody about that. Called strike on the outside corner begins the at-bat to Riley Unruh, who doubled down the left field line his first time up. Breaking pitch on the inside corner, a strike, and it's 0-2. Blue Sox have 5 hits through 2 innings. Ryan Simpler has tapped danced out of trouble with only 2 runs on the board. Monroe lifts a foul down the left field line. Count remains 0-2. Inside, and it hits Unruh on the right thigh. Riley Unruh, hit by a pitch, trots down to first. The Bandits have a leadoff base runner here in the third inning. Donald Lutz steps in. Lutz popped out to short his first time up. First pitch to Lutz, swung on and popped up, left side of the infield again. Shepard comes on in fair territory on the infield grass. He makes the catch for the first out.
Now batting for the Bandits, center fielder Andrew Campbell.
Andrew Campbell steps in. He walked his first time up. He takes up and away ball 1. That's pitch number 44 for Josh Geyer. For the next to Campbell, a check of Unruh at first. Unruh hasn't run wild on the bases like he did 3 years ago when he led the Bandits in stolen bases, but he is still a threat to steal. Another check of the runner at first. Bandits no runs on 2 hits. Sox 2 runs on 5 hits. Brisbane batting with 1 down in the top of the 3rd inning. 1-0, hits the outside corner. Called strike. Campbell didn't like it as he steps out and paces around. One rip to right field, down the line. It lands fair in front of the right fielder Campbell. Going from first to third is Unruh, and the Bandits have a threat here in the 3rd inning.